Welcome to Bill Dance Saltwater. Great fun fishing that anyone can do. Yes, you can do this. Tarpon. Ain't it funny how one word can paint so many pictures in an angler's mind? And indeed, the tarpon does just that to fishermen. The mere mention of its name conjures magnificent images of onboard battles, leaps, and amazing acrobatics. All fishermen love a fight, and tarpon guarantee them one, and then some. They offer big bites and some very mighty fights. These are fish that simply have to be on everyone's fish list. This week, Bill Dance and his good friend and exceptional guide, Captain Peter Deeks, will prove that to you in part 2 of a fishing trip they made to the Indian River area on Florida's east coast near the city of Palm Bay. Bill and Peter agree that anglers may hook a tarpon, but at battle's end, the question of who really hooked who will long linger. The sport is very addictive, and as noted, so much of it hinges on the unforgettable fight that tarpon dole out with each hook set. Even the smaller tarpon, as Bill and Captain Peter target today, are very big on battling. The anglers have downsized their tackle on this outing to provide added challenge and to feel even more of the fight. Each bite proves potent and hand-fought, exactly what every tarpon angler is after. These tarpon they're catching today are hiding in small canals in and around mangrove trees, which just adds to the excitement as they strip drag and leap into the air. Let's hop aboard with Bill and Peter and join in on the action.
Look at him.
Look how high he's out of the water.
That's a nasty looking beast, isn't it?
Yeah.
He just got a big mouthful of dirt.
The St. Lucie River flows in just back west of the Indian River, right?
Yes.
And then they both connect and flow into the Atlantic.
Yes.
I've caught snook right there.
Yeah, that's a cool area to fish. You go? Ooh.
Well, that's a good one. I'm up and out of your way. Whoa, what a jump. Boy. Never quits.
There he is right there. Well, this guy's a handful, isn't he?
I wouldn't know.
We both grab that.
No.
I gotta grab him.
I got it, you got it.
Hold on, just hold it nice and gently, barely hooked. Keep it tight on me, just real chill.
I'm taking up the line.
There he is, I'm gonna grab him right here. Nice and easy.
Here, you want to take him back? It's crazy. They're a super great fish, I'm gonna tell you. Magnificent fish. All right, hand me your rod. All right, I got it. Nice. That is really nice. Boy, you talk about powerful. On this kind of stuff.
Alrighty. Thank you, Beepo. Hey, this is awesome. I got to catch this beautiful fish with you.
Look at that. Isn't that nice?
It's super fun.
I didn't even catch him. I'm out. Good deal. Way to go.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Quantum Rods and Reels. And Mercury Marine. Go boldly. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by Bill Dance Digital. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for great information that can improve your fishing.
Right, where's the tarpon at?
Right out there.
Oh yeah, I see him right there rolling. Ooh. Kind of landed on that one's head.
Well, look, all this is freshwater, and tarpon predominantly feed on shrimp and crab. What do they feed on up in here?
You know, I'm not really sure. They, their stomachs always seem to be kind of empty. They don't ever regurgitate anything. So I think they eat light. I think they'll feed on more freshwater fish, maybe some little crawfish. But a tarpon in general is not a real heavy feeder. Because you think you just throw little topwater plugs in there and they'd come up and explode on it. And sometimes they are like that, but more often than not, they're not. That's okay.
Trying to keep him out of that.
He's so big.
There he goes. Back under the boat.
He's a perfect replica of a big old great granddaddy.
Wow.
Calm down, I don't
What a powerful. Blink, bloop.
He's cute and beautiful.
That never gets old. That would never get old.
How unique is that fish? Isn't that the coolest looking little fish you've ever
They
seen?
are. They're too cool for school.
Hey, he's such a cool little guy.
What's the biggest tarpon you've ever caught?
The biggest tarpon I've ever caught is probably 200 pounds. I've caught a handful of fish that big.
Did that fish come out of the Indian River?
Yeah, they all did.
No, those aren't resident fish.
No, they're not. They migrate into spawn in the summer and fall, and the biggest fish I catch all year are in the Indian River.
No, they come out of the Atlantic.
They do, and you know, the biggest of the big come into the river, and the fish that are a little bit smaller, 70 to 100 pounds, they stay in the Atlantic. Bill, what's the biggest tarpon that you've ever caught?
Boy, I've never caught one that big. Now I've hung some that would push that big.
Okay.
But the biggest I've ever caught was 165, and I caught it just south of Alamorada, down in Grassy Key off Long Key Bridge.
Oh, awesome! That's a big fish. That's a huge fish.
Well, you know, fighting them around those bridges,
Tough.
I mean, it's a challenge.
For sure.
Yeah, but that's the biggest I've ever caught. But
no, that's impressive.
no, that's work.
For sure.
I mean, that's work. It's funny. You go down there with someone, and you hang a big one, you just give your rod to them. And if they hang a small one, I snatch their rod and give them mine.
That's the funnest size.
Oh yeah, I love to catch some small ones, like what we're doing now.
Sure.
You know, using this type of tackle and catching the small ones.
I love this fishing.
Oh, I love it too. I told you that when we talked about it.
Right.
I said, man, I love to catch small tarpon. I really do.
Right.
And I'm not taking anything away from these big ones.
Sure.
You know, I like to catch them, and I've said before, everyone, if the good Lord gives them the opportunity to, before they pass on,
Yeah.
I hope they get an opportunity to catch one big tarpon, because it's a major thrill.
Definitely.
Oh, it really is. But to have the opportunity to catch these little ones, you know, I've said this before. This is a guy that can make it happen, and you ought to give it a chance. You know, if you want to have a good time like we are today, this is a guy that can make it happen.
Yeah, it's awesome. They're such a fun little fish. They jump, you can handle them, you can look at them.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful.
Calm down, little fella.
You did good there, PD.
Good job, Beepo. You caught yourself
good,
another
boy.
little
You
baby
did
tarpon.
Look at that pretty thing.
Hey, beautiful. God made a beautiful fish.
Look at that big eyes. The lateral line is not as pronounced on the smaller ones, is it?
No, not much at all. Can you see the purple on that? The greens and all kinds of different shimmery colors.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Mako Boats, building legends for over 40 years. Gamakatsu, world's finest hooks. And Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for anglers. Today's equipment log is brought to you in part by Gamakatsu, because the fish of a lifetime only comes once in a lifetime. Today's show is sponsored in part by Stren, the standard of dependability since 1958. Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder. And Mystic Lubricants, lubrication domination.
Bill, your casts are amazing.
There'll be one there. I'll bet you. We'll get air. We got him a snoot.
Here we go, Mom.
He's on. Let me tell you about the equipment that we're using today. It couldn't be more perfectly matched for these tarpon. We're using 7-foot 6-inch medium-heavy Quantum smoke rods, and they're paired with Quantum S3 inshore spinning reels that features an all-aluminum unibody construction. Now the drags on these reels, well, they're smooth as country butter. And we've got them spooled with Stren's 20-pound Superline braid in a clear blue fluorescent color. Now this line is absolutely perfect because of the Dyneema properties that give it excellent knot strength, and the glide coat allows for smooth and fast cast. We can fight these fish out of any cover, and boy, are we ever surrounded by cover in these canals. Whew, cover everywhere. And these fish know where to find it, believe me. You can see that line so well. Any little movement, any little tick or anything, you can see it. Come on with it.
Nice tarpon.
Fight him out of that stuff. Woo! Way to go, Pete D. Way to go. I came back here to get a drink of water and you just...
Man, they're running, B-Pod, they running.
You show off.
Ooh, there he is.
That's a good one. That's a nice one.
Here he comes.
Get him out of that tree.
Jump for us, little guy. He's dogging, isn't he?
Yeah, he's dogging.
He's all tuckered out. I think you just caught this one.
No, that's a better one.
He barely hooked. You want to grab him for me?
I'll get him. Come on. He's barely hooked. You doggone fish.
You want me to play him out a little more?
I can just get a grip on him. Got him. Isn't that a pretty one?
He's beautiful.
Hey, you want to pop that hook?
Yeah.
Oh, you hooked him good.
Ooh, thanks for letting me get that one, my buddy.
I went back there. Nice. Big old mouth, big eyes. What do you call that back fin? That
It's like a thread fin. It's just a big old fin that hangs down.
turn him loose.
Hand him loose. Thank you, little fella. All right, slide him in.
See you there, buddy.
Hey, Bill, you need these?
Yeah. Old tarpons don't smell though, but they got that slime.
Yeah, that slime will stick to those hands.
Huh?
It sticks to those fingers.
It'll take that slime off. The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week is brought to you by Mystic Lubricants and their complete line of JT4 marine products. A full line of products for your full line of pursuits. Visit mysticlube.com today. Is boat position key when tarpon fishing? Yes. A powerful trolling motor is important when holding position near migrating schools. It's crucial to silently hang tight, but have the ability to quickly change position if the fish moves. A good way to do this is with a power pole anchoring system. You may have to chase the tarpon once hooked, and pulling up an anchor by hand slows you down and loses the fish, but a power pole is instant.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort, and Thin-Nor, legendary tackle since 1933. Closed captioning is provided by Bill Dance Digital. Follow us. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin and their GPS map series, chart plotter sonar combos. With advanced sonar technology like Chirp and exclusive Panoptix all-seeing sonar, you'll spend less time finding your fish.
What's the best polarized tint glasses for fishing? Well, I personally wear Solarbat Mossbat gradient glasses, and here's why. The upper part of the lenses are tinted green, which brighten the color in some fishes, making them a whole lot more visible in the water. The green tint also helps filter out off-colored water. The bottom half of the lenses are higher contrast amber, so when I look into the shadows, my vision is much better.
Come be a part of Bill Dance Digital. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us.
Hey Bill, I've got an idea. A lot of the better fish I think are moving out of this creek. I think they're moving out towards the mouth of the creek, a little bit deeper water. Let's go ahead and give it a shot out there, see if we can get some bigger fish.
Do they do this time of day?
Yeah, sometimes when the water's low and it gets kind of hot, they'll move out to deeper, cooler water.
All right. I got him. There he goes. Whoa, baby. I'm coming to the back. Coming up.
Woohoo!
Nice one. Right here at the mouth of the creek. Our pole's up.
I'm gonna let you drag a second, B-pole. He's gonna jump a little bit here.
Wow.
Woohoo!
Watch it, he's coming up. Wow.
Oh, look at that jump. Woohoo!
Boy, they're so powerful. And they feel like they're 50 pounds bigger on this light stuff.
Yeah, they definitely do.
You know, just...
And they're heavy fish. You know, he's not a giant, but he's a good little fish.
Sure he is.
Come on, fish.
Going toward him.
Just want to pet you for a second and then let you go.
All right, I got him turned now.
I'll put those power poles down.
I think he's going back down the river.
It's okay.
Down the creek.
Yeah, okay. Nice and easy. Just nice and easy. If he wants to go, let him go. Got the leader released.
He wants to go.
He saw me and was like, oh no.
He says, oh no, that's Peter Deeks. Get your fingers in his mouth, my boy.
Do the worm backwards.
Look
Look
at
at
that.
the
Look
manatee.
behind him.
Look at the
behind.
manatee.
Lift him up just a little bit. Look behind him. Look what come up to look. It just came up to look,
Look at him.
that
Look at him.
big
Look at
manatee.
him. Look at him. He's licking his little tarpon friend.
Huh?
He's saving him. I got it. There's the hook.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Look at the manatee. Look, he's just sitting right. Look, he's just sitting right there looking at everything.
That's awesome fish right there.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect size.
Look at the manatee out here. He's looking too.
He's ready to go. What do you think?
Yeah, let him go.
That's a great memory right there, V-Pup.
Well, I know Bill and Captain Peter Deeks are glad you got to catch round 2 of their tarpon trip to the east coast of Florida. It was twice the fun for everyone. But that is tarpon fishing for you. One always gets more out of it with every strike, and that's why people are so addicted to fishing for them. They offer big bites and mighty fights. Be sure to tune in next week when Bill Dance makes another cast at Angling Adventure. And remember, this is something you can do. Yes, you can do this. We hope you've enjoyed Bill Dance Saltwater and learned that you can do this. Please join us right here again next week.